Picture this. You've had a long, tiring day. You're feeling overwhelmed by the chaos of life, and despite all the things you've achieved, happiness seems just out of reach. Now, what if I told you that thousands of years ago, a group of ancient thinkers found a timeless path to happiness? They weren't chasing fleeting pleasures or obsessing over success. No, they found joy in something far simpler, more profound. And today, I'm going to share with you the Stoic wisdom for a fulfilling life. Wisdom that can help you find real happiness, no matter what life throws your way. Stoicism, a philosophy founded by the ancient Greeks, has often been misunderstood as a cold, detached way of living. But in reality, it's one of the most practical and powerful paths to happiness that's ever existed. Today, we're going to explore what the Stoics got right about happiness and how you can apply their insights to your own life. So, what did the ancient Greeks know that we often forget today? Well, first, let's take a step back. In a world obsessed with wealth, status, and constant success, we've come to believe that happiness comes from external circumstances, a better job, a bigger house, a perfect relationship. But the Stoics saw things differently. Stoics like Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, and Seneca believed that happiness isn't found outside of us. It's found within. It's the result of how we choose to respond to life, not what happens to us. This is the foundation of Stoic philosophy. We cannot control the events around us, but we can always control how we react to them. Let's dive deeper into this idea. The Stoics believed that true happiness is rooted in virtue, not in external achievements. For them, the ultimate goal wasn't wealth or fame. It was living in accordance with nature, cultivating wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline. They understood that when we live according to our highest values, we experience true fulfillment. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, reminded us that the key to happiness lies in how we think. If we cultivate a mindset that is focused on virtue, gratitude, and resilience, we become naturally happier. In other words, happiness isn't something you chase, it's something you create from the inside out. Another core teaching of Stoicism is the distinction between what is in our control and what is not. The Stoics taught that we shouldn't waste energy on things beyond our control, like other people's behavior, the weather, or the past. Instead, they urged us to focus on what we can control: our thoughts, our actions, and our attitude. Think about it. How many times have you gotten upset over something that was completely out of your control? Maybe you got frustrated with a colleague's attitude or felt anxious about something you couldn't change. The Stoics would ask, why waste energy on something you have no control over? Instead, they believed that true freedom and happiness come from mastering our responses to life's challenges, not in trying to control them. One of the most powerful lessons from Stoic wisdom is the importance of simplicity. The Stoics believe that our desires often lead us away from happiness. The more we want, the more we depend on external circumstances for our happiness. The secret, they taught, lies in wanting less and appreciating what we have in the present moment. Seneca, another great Stoic philosopher, warned against the dangers of excess. He suggested that the more we accumulate, whether it's material goods, status, or even social approval, the more we become enslaved to those things. True happiness, Seneca believed, comes from cultivating a mindset of sufficiency, where we are content with what we have, rather than constantly longing for more. So, what does this mean for our everyday lives? How do we actually live the Stoic way and find happiness in our fast-paced modern world? First, we practice mindfulness. We slow down and focus on the present moment. Instead of obsessing over what we don't have or what might go wrong, we focus on appreciating what we do have. We take time to reflect on our lives, to enjoy the small moments, and to cultivate gratitude for the things we often take for granted. Second, we embrace the practice of self-discipline. The Stoics taught us that we should train our minds just as we train our bodies. By practicing self-control and making intentional decisions, we take responsibility for our happiness. Instead of being at the mercy of our emotions, we learn to direct them in ways that serve our well-being. True freedom, according to the Stoics, comes from understanding that happiness isn't about controlling the world around us, but about controlling our inner world. And that freedom leads to lasting fulfillment. Lastly, we let go of the need for approval from others. In a world where social media and external validation seem to be everything, the Stoics remind us that the only opinion that truly matters is our own. Are we living in alignment with our values? Are we making decisions that reflect our true selves? That's what really counts. The Stoics knew that life is unpredictable, and trying to control every detail would only lead to frustration. Instead, they embraced the idea that life happens as it happens. We don't need to force things to fit into our vision of the world. Instead, we align ourselves with what is, and in doing so, we find peace and happiness. So, how can you apply these ancient Greek teachings to your life today? Start small. Take time to reflect on what's truly in your control. Practice gratitude. Let go of the pursuit of perfection and embrace the beauty of the present moment. The Stoics found happiness not in the pursuit of pleasure or success, but in the cultivation of virtue, wisdom, and inner peace. If you found this video inspiring and you want to learn more about Stoic wisdom for living a fulfilling life, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with others who might need a little reminder that happiness is within their reach. Let's walk the Stoic path together and find the peace and fulfillment we've been searching for.